Some WNBA players arrive, carry out their responsibilities, and then go. Another woman who joined the most talked about women's basketball team is Sophie Cunningham. She immediately began throwing people to the ground, went viral overnight, and then sat down to share all of her secrets and what it's really like to play with the most controversial player in the world, music. What she revealed was not only surprising, but also completely contradicted the narrative that most people had previously come to accept. To understand the relevance of any of this, you have to go back to January 31st, 2025, music. The day that changed in a manner Sophie Cunningham probably could not have predicted. With 6 seasons, she had put in a lot of effort with the Phoenix Mercury. Music. Building a solid reputation as a fearless guard who could shoot lights out, she had been dealt to the Indiana Fever. It was later learned, not just any team. The Indiana Fever, who are home to Caitlin Clark, the most scrutinized athlete in women's sports, are surrounded by more cameras, controversy, and national attention than any WNBA team in history. The transaction was also historic. A massive 10-team mega deal shocked the sport. Cunningham did not get a gentle introduction to her new environment, music, in the middle of the storm. She was left alone, and the events that followed revealed every facet of her actual character. Almost no one talks about this. In Indiana, Cunningham had a challenging start due to an ankle injury she had during the preseason. Music. Her debut was delayed until May 22nd. She had another ankle injury a week later, which prevented her from playing for 2 more weeks. Playing for a new city, a new coach, a new system, and new teammates. She was battling her body and attempting to find a rhythm. Music. During those first several weeks, she struggled. Chemistry was lacking. No momentum was present. Music. It was greatly doubted whether this transaction would be successful at all. But just before the All-Star break, something clicked. Cunningham not only rediscovered her groove, but also took off after being promoted to the starting lineup. Music. In 13 games as a starter, she averaged 112 points and shot over 51% from the field. She was perhaps the team's most prolific player at the time. Nothing in music. The 2025 WNBA season evoked a more direct reaction than what happened on June 17th. The Fever had found their enforcer, and she was only getting started. The whole game had been violent, and the Fever was hosting the Connecticut Sun. Sheldon stabbed Sunner JC Caitlin Clark in the eye during the 3rd quarter. It was a kind of play that often ends with a shrug and a free throw. But Sophie Cunningham did not shrug. A quarter later, she grabbed Sheldon and pulled her to ground in front of music, everyone. The moment was lost as soon as they were evicted. Social media fell apart overnight. Cunningham gained hundreds of thousands of Instagram followers in a few short hours. Her TikTok following grew from 300,000 to over 2 million. She gained notoriety outside of basketball almost immediately. Music. When she eventually discussed it in the public, she was direct. She also admitted that she had been fined around $900 by the league. I will, music, defend my comrades. I do that. She said that she had absolutely no regrets. It was more than simply a viral video. At that same time, Sophie Cunningham's whole public character was transformed. The fallout from that disagreement became even more fascinating when Cunningham revealed what she shortly revealed on her brand new podcast, Show Me Something, which she founded with her childhood friend and reality TV star Wes Wilson. She didn't think twice. She admitted something that had been the focus of gossip for months. There were real conversations about how to handle Caitlin Clark during her first season in a locker room the year before while she was still with the Phoenix Mercury. She confirmed many people's fears, but nobody wanted to express music them. Cunningham claims that players in the league were deliberately focusing on Clark to make a point and show her what the W really stands for. She said she understood it to some extent. Music. That's how rookies are treated. But in Clark's case, it had gone much too far. I'm like, what are people doing? It's just too much. I'm over it. Cunningham said after seeing it as a team member, if I think it's too much, it's probably too much. Because she had really been in those rooms. Music. Her words carried a distinct resonance. It wasn't a widely held belief. This was an acknowledgement. Cunningham's frequent disclosures on the podcast, Music, which became a forum for music, captivated listeners. In one episode, she challenged Music, people who questioned Caitlin Clark's impact on the league. She spoke carelessly. She didn't use hedging. Music. If you don't think Caitlin Clark is the face of the WNBA, or if you think the league wouldn't be where it is now without her, you're just plain incorrect, she, Music, said. And this is the closest thing to what she said. She made it clear that she was making fun of other league players. Music. She respected everyone. She did, however, find it unfathomable that Clark's contribution to the development of women's basketball was being disregarded, and it was hard to overlook how direct her statement was. For a league that has been involved in an ongoing, intricate internal discussion over Clark's position and reception, hearing it firsthand from an experienced insider carried a lot of weight, and the internet's reaction was exactly what you would expect. Music, once again, the video went viral. The moment that fundamentally altered the tone of the narrative then arrived. Apart from the fights, podcasts, and viral music events, Sophie Cunningham showed a whole other side of herself. She was properly mic'd up and her remarks were recorded as she offered to serve meals to local families at the yearly Aaron Nesmau charity dinner in November. This is what we're here for. Music, we're here for you, she added, turning to face a packed crowd. This is the part that struck a chord. She didn't have a contract. Her one-year contract with Fever had already run out. She wasn't required to be there. She was not compensated. She simply arrived, rolled up her sleeves, and began serving. Fans of Fever went crazy. The moment's video went viral as quickly as the JCS Sheldon battles. The team was urged to sign her for life by Music. Comment after comment.